Well, what is that noise? Was someone crying? Let's get out of here now. I tried to open the door to get out, but... What? It's locked. What? We've been locked in? A cutting coldness invades and envelops my feet. My head snaps up and I see water pouring into the room like a giant waterfall. Water! Hi friends, it's me, KillshotKitty, back again with another video. Today we're going to continue on with Spirit Hunter Deathmark. I feel like we're getting really close to the end here, so we might see the end in this video. We might take another video, but I'm pretty sure we're near the end on this one. If you do want to get through any of the other Spirit Hunter videos that are out on this channel, the playlist is right here. Before we get started, I do want to ask if you can please hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and then hit the notification bell if you want to be notified for any other videos that come out in the future. All right. I'm filled with dread because who knows what the heck's going to happen now. This game's been giving me anxiety every time I play it, but it's like a good thing. Is there such thing as good anxiety? All right, then let's go ahead and start this. I've never been more excited and stressed out to hit the continue button as I am right now. Let's go. Oh. Mary isn't here anymore. Should I rest for today? Rest. I decide to rest now. Oh. Okay. It's been nearly a day since we found Mary. We're like a boat adrift on the ocean without a compass to guide us. Who knows where the currents will take us? Will we find salvation at the end? Hey, Mr. Yoshiki, looks like we wasted a whole day. Is it going to be like this every day? If you're done checking in here, why don't we take a look outside? Mary said unnecessary contact with outsiders could speed up the Mark's curse. And if I lose any more of my memories, I'm not sure I'll be able to function. For the past 10 days, the only other person I've spoken to is the convenience store clerk. That explains why we've only had TV dinners and snack food to eat. But sitting and waiting isn't going to accomplish anything. I'd rather not wind up forgetting my own name, like you. Not that I completely believe that this curse thing is real. She raises her voice to hide how it shakes. She's still stubbornly sticking to her denial of the existence of spirits in the Mark. But I know she's already accepted it. After all, she went through it herself last night. Ghosts and curses don't exist. Why'd this have to happen to me? Well, I guess I did have to do that voice. Hidu is startled at the sudden knock. A visitor in the middle of the night? I don't need Mary to know it's a mark bearer. Sorry to impose on you so late. Ah, a tall, thin man walks in. His skin is as white as a sheet, and dark circles nearly swallow his eyes. It's almost like a dead person stands before us. You're Yoshiki and Hiru, right? I heard about you and the mark from Yasuoka before I came here. Something about a Miss Zu too? Sounds like you had a rough night. He seems to know Yasuoka. Maybe she's following through on her promise and sent him to help us. Well, let's get introductions done. I'm Shuji Damon. I think you can guess my occupation. Wearing this thing means I don't have to explain, thank goodness. He gestures to the stethoscope around his neck. What kind of business brings a doctor like you here? Damon's eyes flicker over at the suspicion in Hiru's tone. No need to be so defensive. I have the cursed scar, same as you, the mark. He unbuttons his shirt to reveal a familiar mark on the left side of his chest. It just suddenly appeared one day. Though to be honest, I never thought it'd happen to me. Maybe it's punishment for being stupidly curious about it. Curious?
Did you know about the mark before Yasuoka told you about it?
Yeah, that's right. There's mention of a strange scar in my grandpa's records as a military physician.
Huh? That far back?
I did some personal research.
A military physician's records would mean they'd be from the Second World War, more than 50 years ago. But that doesn't add up. Rumors of the mark only started about a month ago. Now, if it was mentioned in these records, the rumors would be much older.
There's a reason for that. Patients with the symptoms were kept in a secret army laboratory. After the war, all top secret documents related to the lab were burned, except the clinical records I found.
A secret lab, huh? That's kind of hard to believe.
Dr. Damon, you don't mean to say the mark was used as some sort of biological weapon?
Every country has at least 1 or 2 soldiers who are divinely possessed. People only call on gods when they're in trouble. It was the end of the war, and they were backed in a corner.
How unscientific. Don't you think so, Mr. Yoshiki?
True, it kind of is.
Exactly.
I was like you when I was young, believing everything in the world could be explained with science. We could cure any illness so long as we understood the pathology. But I finally understand. We pathetic humans can only grasp a small piece of the truth.
You sound like a fool to me. Our intellect will solve every mystery eventually.
I like your spirit. However, it's hard to picture the mark being used as a weapon. It seems the 13th Army Engineering Lab was developing something. It was called the Cannon Soldier.
Cannon soldier?
That makes me think of the Bodhisattva cannon.
50 years ago, and the Buddha statues. It can't be. Dr. Damon, where's that lab?
Unfortunately, I have no idea, sorry. The documents my grandfather kept don't give any details about it.
I see.
Hey, Mr. Yoshiki? That 13th Army Engineering Lab. It's the shelter Zukawa went to. She pulls out her old map. I'd want to keep it a secret, but as I'd rather not die from this mark, I tell you. This shows the entrances to the 13th Army Engineering Lab. What?
Whoa, are you serious?
In his excitement, he starts coughing.
My apologies. Where did you get that, Hiru?
My grandfather passed 6 months ago. We were sorting his belongings. Isn't the idea of a secret lab just fascinating? So I thought I'd look into it.
And then Miss Zukawa stole it.
I accidentally let it slip to her. She loved strange experiments like that, so it probably stuck with her. I thought as much, though. Whatever turned her into a monster is down in that secret lab.
That's a pretty unscientific line of reasoning.
Using the occult to turn yourself into a monster is utter nonsense. But if there's a scientific method behind it, I'll have to consider it. I suppose that's just how she is.
Was your grandfather involved with the lab in some way, Hiru?
He could have been. All I know, he was an engineer with the rank of captain.
Wait, hold on. You're both grandchildren of people involved with the engineering lab. And now both of you have the mark?
Yes, that would be correct. That and our lab coats are probably all Hiru and I have in common.
From what we understand, people with the mark appeared in the secret lab 50 years ago. There might be something there that'll help us find the truth behind the curse. That's also the origin of the Cannon Soldier. A name that reminds me of a statue, the traces of Miss Zu in the shelter. It might all be connected to the Buddha statues that were stolen from H Shrine. Dr. Damon gave us a lot of info. We'll have to thank Yasuoka for introducing him to us.
Yup, the fates are indeed mysterious.
Dr. Damon, will you help us?
Yes, of course. Just don't expect anything physical. Okay.
Are you sick? You don't look so well.
Yes, something like that. I don't practice what I preach.
Oh, his dry laugh sounds like he's deflecting.
He's abnormally thin for a man his age. It's possible that he's gravely ill.
So we're heading to the shelter? About that. We were stopped from going further by a locked door.
That strange old man was there too. I doubt he'll cooperate with us though. It'll be difficult to break in from there.
Where did you enter the shelter?
A manhole on
A manhole on K Miyamachi North Road.
I see.
She opens the map and studies it.
You're right, an entrance is there. But there seems to be one other one. It's at Emno South Alley. Have you tried going there?
No, not yet.
Then let's go there.
Okay. Hopefully we can get in. New info is added to the spirit file. Rumors of the cannon soldier. Great. Alright, here we go.
We reached the Emno South Alley. Like the North Road, it's silent and empty. The map doesn't specify the location of the entrance, just that it's here. We'll have to search for it.
You know, before I do anything, I have noticed that the bag seems to have a lot of import. Oh, no memos? Oh, memos. No. Okay. Good to know. There's a manhole. Unlike Kei Miyamachi, this road only has one.
I'm sure this is the place.
The manhole lid has a place to grip it, just like the one at Kei Miyamachi. This has to be it.
Still, this is strange. Why doesn't the public have any idea about this underground shelter? You'd think the sewer department would, at least.
How the hell should I know? It was probably hushed up so that, those involved didn't get in trouble. They supposedly performed some terrible experiments in there after all. Does she sound kind of excited? I bet the terrible experiments fascinate her. I'm not ready. When I lift the lid, a musty smell greets me. Ugh, this smells familiar. Like the other entrance, the hole goes deep. Thankfully, there's a ladder here too.
All right, time to go down. Go ahead, Mr. Yoshiki.
Hiro and I descend into the dark world hidden beneath H City. What awaits us down in that darkness? Will we find the truth we're seeking? Or a hell smeared with blood? Oh, good. The sight that greets us at the bottom is the same as what we saw at Kei Miyamachi. The looming concrete walls and the suffocating stagnant air. We weren't wrong to assume that the two places are connected.
So this is the engineering lab. It's even more dreary than I expected. Wait, do you hear a song?
Yeah.
If it's not some kind of prank, then maybe the spirits of the soldiers are wandering around and singing.
You have no proof of that. It's entirely unscientific. Shut up about that crap.
Sorry.
Still, it's a little unsettling to hear an army song all the way down here. It's got to be a supernatural phenomenon. Okay. It's a blood stain. I run my fingers over and realize that something is stuck to the floor. I keep scratching at it until it starts to crease and I manage to pull it up off the floor. Oh, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Oh boy.
This looks like an emergency light. This place is abandoned. Has a power generator been running for all these years? More blood. A trail of blood leads to the ladder at the entrance. Was someone trying to escape? There are pitch black stains.
Is this blood?
What? Impossible! This much blood would be...
But doesn't that other thing bother you too?
I'm not an idiot. Of course I'd notice. That spot without any stains.
It looks like something was posted here.
There's a clearly defined clean space on the wall, as if something had been there. It looks like it avoided being sprayed with blood because something was originally posted here. A poster or bulletin, something like that. Well, it's illegible now. I don't know, like, can I feel it? The stains seem to be old blood. It crackles and breaks off into flakes when I run my fingers over it. Gross! Okay. It's a thick iron door. The keyhole isn't rusted. I could open it if I had the key. Okay. When I step in view of an iron door that appears before me, the air clearly shifts. Goosebumps rise. A presence is approaching. Oh god. There's an incessant beeping right from a telegraph. Like from a telegraph. Oh. Freeze. I freeze in place. If beeping becomes gradually louder, almost as if it's trying to tell me something. I don't know Morse code. The sequence just keeps repeating. This code, what in the world does it mean? Oh. Oh, thank God. I hear a quiet voice. Point to your soul. I'm assuming the soul's like the mind. Sweet. Let's go. The beeping suddenly stops. Okay. All right. Hiru seems terrified. Hey, Hiru, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, obviously. Huh, she's acting different than usual.
Let's go. I think it's fine now.
Understood. Did she see something? Like a poster was there too. The stains seem to be old blood. It crackles and okay. Oh! Nice. It wouldn't let me check it. Oh, morgue? The air in this room is musty. At first glance, I'd say it's part of a medical facility. This is an operating room. And this smell. Ah, thought so. There it is. Shine the light over there for a second. Boy. Okay. I shine the flashlight as directed and find a corpse. Hiru crouches down and begins to study it. Usually Hiru would be terrified, but at least for now she's fine.
So you're fine with stuff like that?
What? We all have organs and bones inside us, don't we? Only an idiot would be scared of them. Okay. Hiru skillfully examines the body. I mean, I'd be scared of what caused their insides to be on their outsides, but you know. When they're done, they stand up again. To be blunt, the corpse is odd. What really draws the eyes is that the cervical vertebrae has been severed. But the cut isn't normal, it's like it's notched. The only thing I can think of is that it was cut with a non-surgical tool. I have no idea why anyone would do something that cruel though. In any case, it's clear that the head was purposely severed.
The head was severed with a tool, huh?
The corpse is too old to tell everything. There should be a clue nearby. It'd be best to search the room.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay. All right. What was that? The heck? It's a cabinet with a glass door. I open it and search around. I find bells attached to a handle and a notebook with a black cover. It's titled Disposal Vat Management Record. I flip the cover open. Dispose 200 super dimension suddenly iron door half spiritualized. Hypothesize. Focus mystical forces. Need sacred object to erase. Safety valve release code diamond. Nice. There's nothing else written. Okay. What in the world are these notes going on about? Disposal? Half spiritualization? I don't understand half of these words. Plus, those bells I found don't fit this place at all. I close the notebook and put it in my bag. Just then, something tangles around my hand. Is it hair?
Huh?
It's a thin thread. It seems to be human hair. It glitters pale gold in the light.
What?
The mark starts sucking at my blood. I ignore it and instead stare at the shining hair as if being pulled in. It's odd, but I get the real feeling that...
This moment? No, it's here. This place. I've been here before.
The mark's color grows more vivid. A few hours left until death closes, and great. Someone mumbles right next to me. Wait, that's not someone else. That's my own voice.
Huh? As I thought, it's here.
The words pour out from deep inside. I have absolutely no knowledge or control over them. Memories that aren't mine, words and feelings I couldn't possibly know are falling from my lips. Check the disposal vat. It must be behind that wall. Felt weird when standing in front of that wall. Huh? Wait, Mr. Kazuo, what are you talking about? The instant Hiru speaks, the voice stops.
It's nothing. I just remembered something important.
You sure you're okay? You were mumbling some strange things.
I'm fine, really. Just spaced out for a bit.
For better or for worse, Hiru didn't clearly hear what I was saying. Still though, that voice. Could it be that my old self, the one I lost along with my memories, was talking to me? The feeling I got when I saw that golden hair, maybe that's what triggered it.
I haven't heard that other guiding voice for a while now. I guess all I can do is rely on my old self. The disposal vat behind the wall. The voice said to find that.
New info is added to spirit file in lab. Let's see. 200 super dimension iron door. Okay. Okay. It's a metal cabinet. I search the ones that are open. I find a notebook titled Research Records and an army short sword. The letters in the notebook have faded, but I can still read it. The experiment miraculously succeed. This divine protection. The Buddha statue donated from H Shrine, created by line statue markers using chisel donated by same family, severe head. Tooled together becomes the key. Finally, our dearest wish. There's nothing else written. Got research 1 projectile short sword. Sweet. A chisel, like for sculpting? Yeah, most likely. Oops. Impossible. How could they do something like that? That's just impossible.
Oh.
It looks like it's been a number of years since this person died. The dried skin gives the appearance of a mummy. The cut by the neck is jagged. It must have been cut with some kind of tool. A chisel. Open the wire mesh door and peek inside, but I don't see anything. I go to close the door and see a paper stuck to the backside. Nice! Let's go. Talisman time. Okay. Guess we'll just go the opposite way now? Which should be straight? Okay. More blood. That's cool. Oh, these sounds. The dried blood is blackened on the floor. There's quite a lot. Whoever left it probably died. Okay. I peek into the waterway and see something floating. I reach for it as I hold onto the edge. Somehow I manage to grab it. Oh, talisman! Sweet. Okay. The worn out. Okay. Which way do I go? I'm gonna save here. Okay, and I'm gonna go forward, I guess. Okay. I'm sure this is gonna say crackles and yeah. I wonder if this will... It doesn't look like it requires a key just because I can't search it. It's set up the same way as that operating room. This place may have been used for the same experiments. There might be records left behind. Let's look. I almost said let's look around. What's that? It's a rusted filing cabinet. When I open the door, a cloud of dust flies up and blocks my vision. A notebook with the black cover is left inside. Got experimental unit correspondence code. Experimental unit correspondence code. It seems to be a document about cryptograms. Inside it says, Canon, weapons code name. Doot, 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 doot. Heavenly Buddha, project's code name. Doot, 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 doot. That's my Morse code voice. Soul, human heads used as materials. Doot, 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 doot. It looks like weapon code. It's similar to Morse. Oh, is it? Okay. Oy! The heck? I open it and search inside. I find a notebook titled Research Records and a small gun. The notes have deteriorated, but I can just make out what they say. 70th, next experiment, Asura statue con, male body and female head, success. Then supernatural phenomenon spirit, frequent, hard, continue experiments. That's all it says. Notes on the experiments, huh? You'd better give it a read. Good. Okay. Correspondence code. We did read that. Okay. Nothing's inside the metal cabinet. It looks like it's been a number of years since this person died. The dried skin gives the appearance of a... Oh, it's the same thing. I'm gonna go right. Oh! We go north at the intersection and... Huh? An outline of a door is flickering faintly in the wall ahead of us. Hey, look at that! What? What? Impossible! Is it another ghost thing? Huh? You can't see it? See what? Looks like Hiru can't see the door. That's the spiritual. My mouth begins mumbling words that I don't recognize all on its own. Oppose the spiritual with spiritual. If you touch it with the tool that honors the gods. Buddha statue? The flow of words out of my mouth stopped. Touch it with the tool that honors the gods? New info is added to spirit file. Flickering half spirit door. The door just feels like a wall. Seems the door has no substance. Okay. You know, yeah, I have this Shrine Maiden bell. I take out the Kagura Suzu bell. Is just touching it okay? No, have to... Strange words spill from my lips again. It's the priestess's tool. If a man displays spiritual power, it'll be destroyed, so touch it silently. All I have is questions, but I have no choice but to trust the other me. I touch the bells to the door carefully, making sure not to make any noise. Oh! The next instant, the door physically appears. What? What just happened? What did you do? It just felt like it was the right thing to do. But... I stare at the door. I sense an alarming presence. According to my own voice, if I can call it that, the disposal vat is beyond this door. I found some documents about it in the room with the operating table. It might be good to look through those. Let's be careful. That place is giving me a bad feeling. Yeah, let me take a peek again. All right. 200. Super dimension. Iron door. Half spiritualized. Hypothesized. Mystical forces. Need sacred object to erase the bell. Safety valve release code diamond. Okay. I'm sure this is important. I'm gonna save here. Okay. I push the iron door and we head inside. Oh my god, it's all the Buddha heads. What is this place? On the other side of the door is a large empty area reminiscent of a vault. Is this a disposal vat? It should be, but it's not quite what I expected. Oh, something's on the ground. A katana? Got rusted army sword. I take what Hiru picked up. I shine the flashlight around the area. Are these heads of Buddha statues? It doesn't seem like they're being stored. Is this some kind of garbage dump? Just then. Uh-oh. Huh? A sound echoes off something heavy moving, and suddenly the room is lit with pale light. Well, what is that noise? Was someone crying? Let's get out of here now. I try to open the door to get out, but... What is locked? What? We've been locked in? A cutting coldness invades and envelops my feet. My head snaps up and I see water pouring into the room like a giant waterfall. Water? It's ice cold. A polar bear swim is not something I ever wanted to do. It quickly rises to our knees. I can't even feel my feet anymore. Well, water underground? Hurry up and open the door. We'll get hypothermia. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I have to remember. What was written in these documents about the disposal vat? All I see near me are the Buddha heads. Diamond! I see diamond! I touch the diamond R-hat head. There's a heavy shudder and a sound of movement. Then the pooling water suddenly starts sweeping in one direction, down into a drain. Let's go. Whoa! Ah! Let's go! We survived! I'm so glad I reread that memo. When I open my eyes, all I see is darkness. Ugh. I quickly lift my head and rub my eyes. My vision slowly comes back. This is an intersection in the underground shelter. Looks like we were drained out with the water and flushed down a pipe. We were lucky. I very nearly breathed a sigh of relief, but then I remember Hiru. That's right, where's Hiru? No need to be so worried. Huh? Oh. Haha, so it's you. It's been a while, you sneaky intruder. Oh no, I gave him this really high-pitched, stupid voice. It's that old man I met in the passageway beneath Manhole Street. I tried to ask him about Hiru, but... My jaw is nearly locked and my voice is gone. Don't try to talk just yet! The water here comes straight from the T-Mountain range, so it's deadly cold. You were submerged in it for near an hour, so you'll be slurring your words for a while. An hour? Relax, your friend's fine. So you, got somewhere to go back to? Ugh. I nod as I groan. The old man's face brightens like the sun. Well, that's great. Not that I'm demanding a reward for saving you or anything, but I'm pretty darn hungry. The man eyes me, his smile sharp. Yeah, okay. We get in the car, and even though it's the wrong season for it, I turn the heat on full blast. We dry off with towels and the like, but it doesn't stop her shivering for a long time. Wow, they're really prepared to have towels in there. While this is going on, the old man... Blue, it's hot! Can I open a window? He's blatantly fanning himself in front of us. Okay, yes, in a way we owe him our lives, but even so, he's being a pain. Hang in there a little while longer. Hiru shudders. We're about to freeze, you know. It was an honest question. It probably sucks for him, but we still have the car like a sauna. After driving like that for a while, our teeth finally stopped chattering. The man's name is Banshee Ito. That's how he introduced himself. That obviously isn't his real name. Huh. As he sits next to me, Banshee gives off a savory smell like a freshly baked bread. It kind of cheers me up. Or at least it does for a few moments. Until I realize it's a stench of dried filth. So, Banshee, what were you doing in a place like that? Banshee remains silent. Are you listening to me? Don't feel up to talking yet. I'll tell you in exchange for food. I shouldn't be surprised. Life's rough. Wait, that should be my question. What were you two doing down there? It's a long story. I summarize everything we know about spirits and the mark until I catch up to when we meet him in the underground shelter. So that's how it is, huh? He nods vigorously to himself. Do you really understand any of that? Hiru's doubts are reasonable. Oh, I didn't know that was Hiru, but Banshee waves a hand dismissively. Of course I do. Who do you think I am? A terrible grudge is mucking up that underground shelter, and you guys are wrapped up in it now. His story suddenly sounds fishy. A grudge? Banshee, do you know what happened down there? I said I'm not talking about that yet. I was born into a noble family, so I've always had the ability to see things others can't. I stake my name, Banshee Ito, on it, so you can trust me. There's a terrible grudge swirling there, and you've been gotten swept up in it. Great. He's got nothing to base his claims on, but I get the feeling he's on the right track. In that case, oh noble Lord Banshee, would you tell us? How do we overcome that whirlpool? Banshee replies with a magnanimous flourish. That should be obvious. Whirlpools always have a center. You've got to find that. The center? That swirling grudge of the spirit thing, is that what you call it? The breath of the spirit, the heart of the curse?
Something like that should be left within that there swirling grudge. If you look for that, I'm sure then.
He trails off. He gazes at the dark road, his mouth hanging open. It's like he's run out of batteries. Then what? What will happen? The black sky simply goes on forever before Banshee's eyes.
Oh, ho, that reminds me, Yoshiki.
Banshee calls out as soon as we enter the garage.
Take this, just a little symbol of our friendship.
Huh? The underground shelter key. Oh, nice. Is this a key for the underground shelter?
I found it when I was popping in and out of that place. I held on to it. But I'll lend it to you for now, Yoshiki.
Nice. He just picked it up. Why is he acting like it's a favor? But I have no reason to refuse him. Thanks, I'll borrow it. Damon walks up to us. Hey, you came back safely. Were you able to learn anything? Hiru butts in before I can speak.
Wait just a minute. Don't tell me you aren't going to believe that old man's story, are you? He's fishy. Wow, that's rude. If you want my opinion, a snotty punk like you should be trusted even less. Of course, Yoshiki. You believe me, right?
Of course.
Gwahaha! That's my good pal Yoshiki for you.
Hey, now, you feeling okay in the head? Anyway, changing the subject. Good grief, can we just move on from talking about this? Banshee, you're hungry, right? The dining room should have something.
Whoa, food!
Banshee bolts out the garage and vanishes into the mansion. Damon gives me an exasperated look. Yoshiki, it seems you've got another troublemaker on your hands. Yeah. To appease the starving Banshee, I offer him some cup noodles and sweet buns. The epitome of hunger, he greedily begins scarfing it down like a starving dog. That was enough for 10 people. He devours all of it, and I'm reminded of a high-power vacuum cleaner. Apparently, there's some mukbang.
Excellent! I haven't been this full in forever.
Good for you. Now answer our questions. What were you doing down there?
Well, that's an easy one, because it's my home.
What?
Been living there ever since I found it 10 years ago. It's not too shabby a place. It keeps me out of the rain and no damn brats messing with me. Though it gets a mite cold in winter.
Huh. I don't know how to respond to that. Hiru and Damon seem to be the same.
It was a paradise for me because no one knows about it. Until a weirdo showed up 6 months ago. Some woman doused in perfume. It was winter and I don't like stirring up trouble, so I just stayed away.
That must have been Zukawa. I nod. That is my thought as well.
That was a month ago. I figured she must have up and left, so I went back. But now there's something stranger.
Which was?
A damn walking Buddha statue! What? I know I'm pretty out there, but even I was shocked by that. I even got this weird scar.
Huh? Banshee removes the scarf, revealing this marker on his neck. You may not believe this, but that statue gave you that scar.
I figured. It was the cannon soldier after all.
The cannon soldier? How do you know that name?
Some document I saw had it. It was an old plan to make a Buddha statue move for its supernatural powers. A heavenly Buddha project weapon. Well, are you nuts? Spirit powers making something move? That's insane.
No, Hiru, calm down. So those documents that you found, are they still around?
Nope, I burnt them for warmth. I had a delicious roasted potato, too.
How could you? Maybe take your own advice, Dr. Damon. Our measure of common sense seems to be rather different than this strange old man's.
It's fine, my noggin works different from most people's. I got it all memorized.
As you say, just tell us. We need to know about that project.
The Heavenly Buddha Project was the pet project of some general at the end of the war, so they built that shelter for it. Ta-da! The 13th Amory Art Engineering Lab. To make the cannon soldier thing, they did tests on Buddha statues. They were brought from some shrine or something somewhere. That must be H Shrine. They did a bunch of stuff to infuse the statues with spiritual power. There was a monk from T-Mountain, spiritual treasures from all over, but nobody thought anything could actually come from it. The project was just an excuse to keep that fanatical general busy. At least it was supposed to be. But one day the statue started moving. It went berserk throughout the lab and went crazy on a ton of people. The bloodstains and old corpses in the shelter are probably the victims. Some people survived, but they have red bite-like marks on them.
The thing went and wrecked the place, then it stopped and never moved again. Oh.
No one knows what even triggered it.
Oopsie.
That's about everything it said.
Everyone looks shocked. Hito and Damon are white as a sheet. I probably am too. Great. It's a hard...
Oh. What? It's a hard story to believe, but he has no reason to lie to us. I think he speaks the truth.
What? Are you kidding me? A statue going around killing people and cursing them? Impossible.
Then how do you explain the mark on his neck? Logic would dictate that the moving statue he saw was the cannon soldier.
Ugh.
The dormant soldier suddenly starts moving after 50 years. That might be the cause of mine and Hito's marks.
What if you flip that, though? Both of your grandpas got the mark from the cannon soldier. When the soldier stopped moving, their marks disappeared. But with it started up again, you got them because you're their descendants.
If that's true, then the children inherited their parents' fate.
Hito can't seem to muster up any kind of counter argument. I think she's in shock.
I want to ask you something, old man. You say the cannon soldier stopped moving 50 years ago, but why?
I think it was some spiritual person used a thingamajig to do something.
So you have no idea. It's the most important part. Try to remember.
It's not that easy, son. The mark might have made me forget.
Taking his age into account, it's more likely it just completely slipped his mind.
It seems we it seems we must defeat the cannon soldier to be free of our marks. We'll have to figure it out on our own if he can't be of more help. You seem a pro at this, Yoshiki. We'll be relying on you. I don't have spiritual powers or anything. But you've already faced down 4 different spirits, haven't you? A normal person wouldn't have survived.
Now that he says it, I guess he's right. I have been hearing a mysterious voice a few times and having weird premonitions. I even caught myself unconsciously talking when we were down in the shelter.
So what are you folks gonna do now?
Good question.
I guess investigate the project?
Let's investigate the project in the shelter. I feel like that'll be the key to the mark.
I guess we're going back in then. Hito's still kind of sulking, but she's at least recovered from her shock.
We all share the same fate. It's too late to try to run away.
Yep, you should find it there. The heart of everything that causes the curse. You need that to stop the cannon soldier. That's what my gut's telling me.
What are you going to do then?
I'm full now, so I was gonna go take a nap in that park nearby. I'll sit and wait until you fellas do something about that soldier.
Wait just a minute, you old fart.
Didn't we just say that it's too late to run away? Okay, I get it. Well, you folks did feed me, so I guess I can help you.
New info is added to the spirit file, the underground shelter's inhabitant, other. All right, we'll go ahead and leave off right there. Looks like next episode we're going to be going into the lab and find out what's been going on and what's causing these marks. I'm very excited to see it. Oh man. Again, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. If you like the video, hit the like button and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified for any future videos. Leave a comment and tell me what you think about what's going on. If you've already played it, did you like this game? Like, I'd love to know. We're almost done. I can't wait to see how this ends. I can't wait. All right, friends, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
You are watching